Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. How wonderful it is to see each of you here. Saturdays are busy, I know, for everyone. So when you decide to pause and to come to something that's this special to many of us, but you make it special in your heart and your day, it really matters. I thank each and every one of you so very much. It is a privilege to represent you in the House of Representatives that I do not take for granted one day. Every day I walk into that chamber, I see your faces and I think about you greatly. So many of you I know personally, and I thank you. I thank you for this time in my life. It is the first time in 10 years of public service that I have not had an opponent on the ballot. And I am grateful for it. I am just so grateful. I'm humbled by it. And I have been given so much help every year, whether it was in a city race or in those state races, by people who I knew and some I didn't know. And it is such a privilege right now to turn around and spend this time extending it to help others who need our help, and there are many. This is not a time to pause. It is a time to get reinvigorated, to grasp what we are close to doing in our state to continue to grow the Republican leadership that's there, as well as in our nation. What a fragile time we face in our nation. I just hope that each of you not only will be there, as I know you will yourselves, but will bring many with you in neighboring states, as was mentioned here before. Georgia's looking good. We can't take it for granted. But our neighbors and our family who live in other places need to hear from us and need to know that we need them. We need them to vote. You know, right here where I live, the voter turnout was mighty low in this primary. Tell everybody you know that said, oh, that day I forgot, I was too busy, how important November is. They have another chance, and actually they do in some races in our state coming up in the runoffs. We're fortunate not to have that right here in this county. I welcome you to my district. This is actually my district, and as was stated, the districts have changed greatly. I happened to look back this week, and I have 43% new constituents in my district. That's a lot. That's almost half. I have a lot of people I need to get to know. Even though I don't have an opponent, I want to know them. I want them to realize that I am there to help and will always be there to help. We are so privileged to be here in this place, right here again. Earl and Carolyn Tillman, thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do for all of us. This is much more than a place. It is a home for many of us to come to. The Tillmans are my campaign chairman, so they are my eyes and ears when I'm not here as well, and I appreciate them. What great friends. I treasure that very, very much. Our Republican women, too, are in the back, and I want to make sure that if you haven't seen them, these stickers are incredible. They designed them and have printed them, and it takes a little bit of a donation to pick them up, but they have this and some other items back there, so if you get a minute, step back there and buy one and get it on your car. I will tell you that I've had 2 taken off of my car. I hope it's somebody that really needed them badly and put them on their cars, so, you know, I think they're quite popular. Buy about 5 if you can and be ready and share them. Also, I think there's still a raffle going on, so pay attention to that. If you need a Ruger, you got a great shot at it right back there. I do thank you so much for the privilege to work and the wonderful people that made it an important part of their day to come here. Floyd County needs to realize how important you are. This region needs to realize how valued your faces, your voices, and your votes are by those who stepped away from their very busy schedules. To have the Lieutenant Governor and the Speaker and many of our other state leaders here today, to have John Barge as our neighbor and friend and a loyal Floyd Countyan. This is a very special time for this region. So I ask you to join me in celebrating it. It is my privilege now to introduce a young fella that I've really gotten to know in the last 2 years and I have great respect for. Christian Coomer is doing a great job. As the Speaker said, he is a rising star. He's there in his seat. He's paying attention. He's very, very conservative and principled in the decisions that he makes. And it has been my privilege not only to work with him, but to speak to him on many of our votes and to work together. We need him there. We need another friend there in Eddie Lumsden. That will be a great thing. I would love to have people on each side of me, actually, that are also Republicans. That would be fabulous. So I ask you now to welcome a very hard-working conservative that we can all stand very proudly behind and help him to do his work, Christian Coomer.